Hey guys, it's Umi here, and today I wanted to talk about why I can't have nice pets. So, throughout my life, I've had many pets, but for some odd reason, I'm just never good at taking care of them, and so having pets never really lasted long for me. And one of the first pets I had was the most typical pet that usually everybody has, and that's a goldfish. And so as usual, I would have this glass bowl, and of course it was just, so I would have this goldfish, this typical goldfish, in a glass bowl filled with water. Nothing special, no plants or anything for that matter. And then occasionally I would feed it just food here and there. But there would be days where I'd just forget to feed my goldfish. And so since I didn't feed my goldfish consistently, eventually it died of starvation, or maybe it might have died because I didn't clean the water bowl. But yeah, that was the first pet I've ever had, a goldfish, and any goldfish pets that I've ever had never lasted long for me. So moving on to the second pet that Umi can't take care of. The second pet I had was a hamster. And it's really ironic to have this kind of pet, because when the day that I got this hamster, I named it Runaway. So I think what was pretty funny was that the name ironically kind of, well, it basically was a foreshadow of what was to come. So you could kind of assume what was going to happen later on as I'm telling you this story. So of course I had my hamster inside of a cage, and I had it. So one day I brought it outside, and inside the cage I put it on the floor, and I just wanted to play with it for a bit. So I opened the cage because I lacked common sense that it was gonna run away, literally. So when I opened the cage, it zoomed, like within seconds. It just disappeared out of the cage. It was just insane how fast that little hamster ran out of my cage. So that thing was gone. It ran into my backyard, and I just never saw it again. So yep, that was pet number 2 gone, because I could not take care of my pets. So on to the third pet. And my third pet was one of the most memorable ones, because I spent a good chunk of my time taking care of it, and I really enjoyed having it. And my third pet was a bird. And it was, so there would be these supermarkets that not supermarkets, but these markets, local markets that I would go to, and they would sell birds. And I don't exactly know what type of birds they were, but I do know they had blue ones and green ones. And originally my favorite color is blue, so of course I went for a blue bird. And Well, as a kid, I would again just feed my pets. This time, since I was a little older, I was a bit more responsible. But even then, I still had issues taking care of my pets. So okay, so it's really strange how I bought this bird. So because the day I bought it was the day they didn't have cages at the time. They weren't, I guess maybe they weren't selling cages or something, or I believe they ran out. But the day I bought my bird, I bought it, and since I didn't have a cage, the only thing they could do was stick it inside of a brown bag. So here I am as a young kid with my bird that I just bought inside of a brown bag that's stapled. And it's just the strangest way of buying a bird, having it stuck inside of a brown bag for the time being. And thankfully I went to buy a white cage, probably at a Walmart or somewhere, and thankfully we got that taken care of, because I sure don't want to carry a bird inside of a brown bag and it's just flapping its wings there and going crazy. So yeah, once eventually I've had my bird finally have its home inside of a cage, and then some food, and there I go. I took care of it. I really enjoyed having that bird, since I would take it with me inside of my bedroom and let it out, and I would see if I could train it or just let it loose and let it free. But there was one day where I left my bird cage right next to the entrance of my home at the front door, and I was cleaning its poop because it had a lot of poop underneath the cage. And as I was cleaning it, I accidentally left the door open. So it was such a sad time that I came back only to find out that I just completely forgot to close the cage, and that bird flew out. It just like my hamster, it flew out, it was gone. And I thought in my head I was wondering, where's my bird? Because I could not see it in my cage. So it was gone, and I never saw it again. Well, that was pet number 3 of pets that I could not take care of. And well, I can't believe these pets are just having bad luck with me, because we're on the pet number 4. Pet number 4 was, I believe, I don't remember. Yeah, pet number 4 was a crab, a tiny crab and a shrimp. And so my next pet was a crab and a pink shrimp. And so I don't remember where I bought these pets. It was probably like once again at some random shop that I just never paid attention to, or some kind of aquarium shop. But basically, this I had a crab and a shrimp in the same tank. And of course, I would feed my pets with their food. And for some odd reason, my shrimp, the shrimp I had was a ghost shrimp. So it was transparent and it looked really cool because you could see like the insides of the shrimp. It was a really cool looking pet, but it was pretty tiny. But sadly, one day, that shrimp just turned pink and died. I don't understand how that even happened, but just that day, it turned pink and died, and it was just the weirdest thing that ever happened. But thankfully my crab was okay. But at the time I kind of panicked, so I thought, oh well, this sucks. My shrimp had died. I might as well go throw my tank away. So I grabbed my tank and I threw it out in the backyard because my pets weren't alive anymore, at least as I thought, because I forgot that my crab was still alive. And so little did I know, I threw my pets out in my backyard in the middle of, in just nowhere of my backyard. And so I lost my crab because of it. And my crab was still alive. So there goes those two pets. And on to my final pet, which is I believe it was a black, I had a baby black chick. It was a chicken. I just have random pets. Honestly, it was a gift. It was a gift from my grandma. So I and my brother got chickens. I got a baby black chick, and my brother got this fat orange one. And well, those two weren't very easy to maintain because my chicken, my baby black chick, would just squeal a lot, so I would lose sleep over it. And it pooped a lot. Like I don't know why, but it pooped so much. Maybe because I was overfeeding it or something. And then one day I just couldn't take care of it anymore. So I had to give it back to my grandma. And come to find out, a few days later, those chickens were gone. And I was told later that first I believe I was told that it might have been a dog or some kind of animal that came in and just ripped open the cage and destroyed it ripped the cage open and stole my chick first. So it's just like, well, there goes my pet, it's gone. Yeah, so that my pet was the first to get eaten by another animal, which till this day I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it's a dog, maybe. But I'm not sure. It was the first to go. And my brother's pet, which was the fat orange chicken, that was the second to go. Right after my pet was gone. So my grandma heard some ruffling, and suddenly it was gone. Whatever it was, whatever creature came in and swooped both my brothers and our pets. I forgot to mention that the crab story and my purple shrimp. My brother also had his pet. It was a really beautiful fish, but we had to keep them separate from my pets, but in the same tank, because I believe my crab probably would have tried to kill it, or at least we believed that was the case. So we would separate them. And honestly, I don't remember what happened to his fish. It probably died too, but I don't remember. But yeah, that's like that's the only pets I have. Just wanted to let you know, thank you so much for a lot of the support. I noticed I'm really thankful for a lot of the help you guys are giving me, and I'm happy you guys enjoy watching and subscribing. Just thank you so much. So if you enjoyed this video, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you really enjoy these videos, I figured this would be kind of a funny video. So I pray you all have a blessed day, just a great relaxing day, and I'll see you in the next one.